All right, I have a good exercise for people who need to build a little bit of confidence, and really, don't we all? So sometimes we get in the habit of talking negatively about ourselves, and instead of that, I want to start a new habit of thinking positively about yourself. So our brain, it needs to create new habits, and every time we have a thought, it creates a habit of thinking of that thought, and it just keeps going and going and going until it becomes a strong habit. So if we think, oh, I'm fat or something, then our body just keeps that in mind, and it starts to gear ourselves towards making that statement true. And so it becomes really detrimental. It could be the same with friends. I don't have any friends, right? Well, then every time people interact with you, you're going to start coming up with ways to think that that statement is still true. So if somebody says hi, you're like, they're only saying hi because they feel bad for me, or they think I'm pathetic or something, you know? And so our brain, it comes up with evidence to support whatever statement we are saying about ourselves. So we want to create new statements about ourselves so that our brain starts finding the evidence to back that up. And when we do that, we get a strong habit out of thinking positively about ourselves. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to write power statements. I want you to come up with 10 things that you feel is true about yourself, but maybe even something that you want it to be a little stronger, okay? So going with the friends explanation, if we think, okay, I don't have any friends, think, I am somebody who is worthy of having good friends. Or maybe it's people want to be around me. You know, whatever your statement you want to come up with, you're going to put it as a power statement. It's going to be positive and it's going to be strong. So not, maybe people like me, you know, that's not a power statement, okay? People like me. That's power. It's affirmative, it's positive, and it's strong. So you're going to come up with 10 things. It could be about anything. It could be about your emotional state, your mental state, your physical state, whatever you need to work on. You're going to come up with 10 of them. Now, once you have your power statement, you're going to come up with 10 examples or instances that back it up, evidence that that power statement is true. And you can make a matrix like this. Hopefully that's not backwards on the camera, but you're going to put power statements instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to put what they are. And then 10 instances down here of when those power statements were true. So maybe a time when you made a good friend. If your power statement is that you are kind, then you're going to come up with 10 examples of times when you were kind. That you remember and you actually believe. Now, that's part 1, is coming up with your matrix. Fill it all out, get it all in there. Now you're going to each day take just one of your power statements, and you're going to tell yourself that. You're going to reaffirm over and over and over, continually throughout the day, your power statement. So if your power statement is I am kind, then all throughout the day, you're going to say, I am kind, I am kind. And if you do something kind for somebody, you're going to say, I am kind. If somebody really bothers you, before you react, you're going to say, I am kind. You're going to continually throughout the day look over your list of 10 evidences that you came up with to say, I am kind. You're going to tell yourself over and over, I am kind. And you're going to keep doing that until you actually believe you are kind. Then you move on to number 2. Okay, so this is a process. I don't want you to go through it really fast. In order to really believe it, you got to do it over and over. You got to look for new evidence. Write them down, jot them down until you know and truly believe that that statement is true. And don't move on until you believe your number 1 power statement.